almost 1 billion eligible voters, more than 1 million polling booths. India is the largest democracy the world has ever known. Behind every one of these elections lies a mountain of information. Every single vote is counted. Every margin is meticulously recorded. Yet a glaring question remains. A state can spend record amounts placing money directly into the hands of its poorest people, and still, when the ballots are tallied, lose in a landslide. The help reached the household, but the trust did not follow. This gap between the delivery of a service and the perception of the voter is where the electoral math often breaks. That invisible space is where elections are won and lost, and until now, almost no one has been able to see it clearly. For decades, political decisions in this democracy have rested on 3 shaky pillars: the gut instinct of leaders, surveys that are out of date the moment they arrive, and consultants who ask for blind trust without showing their math. Meanwhile, an enormous treasure of official, verified past election data sits entirely ignored, locked away in scanned documents and complex tables. You cannot make accurate ground truth decisions without a system that is transparent about its own reasoning and honest about its mistakes. The industry has never had one. This is the Political Neural Operating System, or P-NOS. It is a clear layer of intelligence, illuminating the tactical reality of each seat. It relies on nothing invented and nothing guessed. Instead, P-NOS reads verified official election data for every single constituency across the country. This visualization shows how the system calculates the exact mathematical shift in votes required to secure a vulnerable seat. Then it scales that math outward, identifying the precise small cluster of seats that will actually dictate whether a party reaches a majority. By stripping away emotion and rhetoric, P-NOS reveals the pure arithmetic of power. But pure arithmetic is only the foundation. The system introduces a missing diagnosis we call the gratitude gap. The engine ingests a party's own private welfare records, mapping out exactly which households and which villages received support. This map cross-references those private welfare records against verified election results. It reveals the exact locations where benefits arrived, but voter trust simply did not follow. No outside analyst can build this model for you because only the leader holds that ground-level information. By finally answering why delivery fails to turn into trust, a leader's own localized records become a sharp strategic asset. The second defining principle of this system is far rarer in politics: radical honesty. Every forecast P-NOS makes is sealed with a timestamp well before the results are known, locking the prediction so history can never be quietly rewritten. It openly publishes its entire track record. It shows you the majority of recent state contests it called correctly, right alongside the ones it missed. This is neutral infrastructure. If the data in a particular region is simply too thin to make a definitive call, the system proudly admits it. In a political ecosystem built on confidence and spin, the willingness to display your own mistakes is the ultimate proof of reliability. After the polls close, the focus shifts to the day after the victory. This is the Governance Neural Operating System, or G-NOS. It takes the very same intelligence engine and repoints it from the winning of power to the wise exercise of it. G-NOS tracks the full life cycle of a promise. It identifies exactly where welfare delivery breaks down or dissolves on the long road to the village. It takes governance, so often left to speeches and hopeful assumptions, and turns it into hard, measurable accountability. A leader can finally see, with cold evidence rather than rhetoric, whether their mandate is actively changing lives on the ground. This ambition is deeply guided by the timeless wisdom of the Artha Shastra, merging the foundations of ancient statecraft with modern technological precision. It is artificial intelligence placed firmly in the service of human upliftment, designed to finally hear the last citizen in the last village. Imagine a democracy where decisions run on evidence, and where leaders are measured solely by what they deliver. This is a system built entirely in India, for the world's largest democracy. Because when honest intelligence connects better decisions to better governance, it is the citizen who ultimately wins.